Hello and welcome to all the students who are appearing for their grade 12th board examinations. I know it's less than a month and you people must be working hard to give your best so that you can attain the best result. Now, in order to achieve that, we at FPA Edutech are going to help you to come up with certain revision videos of subjects like mathematics, economics and accounts. I am your mathematics guru, Shivani ma'am, who's going to help you and guide you so that you can get your dream result. As we know, your mathematics and statistics paper is divided into two parts. Now, part 1 and part 2. When you write the full paper, it's a 3-hour paper having 40 marks of part 1 and 40 marks of part 2. Now, when the paper is there, it basically is divided into various levels. First is like easy questions, which comprises of somewhere around 20% of that. Then you are having the standard questions, which are average ones comprising of around 50%, and then the tough, which are the difficult level questions are there, which are basically 20% of that. So in order to achieve good result, we have to basically master all the 3 levels in the paper. At the same time, questions are based on objectives, then you're having MCQs, then you're having short answers, long answers and activity based questions where you have to fill the values in the activities. You must have seen them in your textbooks where we have the activity based questions given in the textbooks. Along with learning, we have to understand the type of question and write the answer accordingly. Now, the whole paper is divided into again 3 different parts. Like first is knowledge based, which is somewhere around 11%. Then you have understanding and skill, which is around somewhere 28%. And the last part you can say is application based, which is 61%. So if you want to score good result, we have to understand the question paper, realize that which are the ones which we should solve so that we can finish the paper in time. And this series, the videos which I'm going to provide you will help you not only in understanding the subject matter, concept, questions, but also I'll be giving you certain tricks so that you know which question has to be solved, how to solve it so that we can get the best result. As I always believe that it should be smart work. So when you do the smart work, you are giving the teacher exactly what is required, nothing extra. At the same time, you're not missing out on something. So I'm sure together we can work and you will get your best results. So do your best and all the best for your examinations. As promised, we are back with grade 12th HSC mathematics topics. These are not going to help you just for the learning purpose, but they are going to help you even in your 12th boards and afterwards also. Whatever entrances you are going to appear for, it's going to help you into that. So, आज हम लोग start कर रहे हैं with the first topic, mathematical logic. Now, as you all know, logic is a very common word. Okay, हम day to day life में बोलते हैं, अरे यार talk logic. Okay, sense की बात कर. और अगर हम लोग देखें, so logically, the way India was performing in the World Cup, India को जीत जाना चाहिए था. Okay, but we all know the result. So here, यहाँ पे आज जो हम लोग logic बात कर रहे हैं, that is not based on any kind of probability, that is not based on any kind of chance. Mathematical logic है and mathematics is exact science. So here also we are going to see something which is exact science. First thing in this mathematical logic thing is basically the statements. Okay. Now the word logic has come from a Greek word logos. जैसे हमारा बहुत सारा mathematics Greek word से आया है, तो यहाँ भी है. Logos means reason. Here also we are going to see the reason behind the statements which we are going to go with. Keyword is statement. Keep that in mind. Statement here is a declarative sentence. Any kind of sentence which you have said. सेंटेंस ट्रू हो सकता है, सेंटेंस फॉल्स हो सकता है, बट साइमल्टेनियसली दोनों नहीं हो सकता है. इट कैन बी ईदर ट्रू और false, which we are going to see over here. Let's say the first sentence given over here is 2 is a prime number. It's a normal statement and declarative statement, and we know its truth value is true. Now let's understand what is the truth value of a statement. For any statement, if the answer of that statement or the logical reason for that statement is stating that it is true, then we have the truth value true and we denote it with capital T for the truth value true. For a statement, if the answer is false, let's say sun rises from the west. We all know that's a false statement, but it is a statement and it is a mathematical statement. So यहाँ पे हमारा truth value आएगा उसका false. Okay? So ये हमारा first part है to understand that statement क्या होता है and how do we find the truth value of the statement. Now let's understand what other kind of sentences can be statements or cannot be statements. Now any statement which is exclamatory, where we are expressing any kind of joy, happiness, sorrow, extreme emotion, that cannot be a mathematical statement. Okay, again I'm saying not be a mathematical statement. The other thing we are going with is any interrogative sentence. We cannot take any interrogative sentence as mathematical statement. Third, imperative. Imperative means order, request. So those statements can also not be imperative statement. So थोड़े से example ले लेते हैं. Let's take first is here, may God bless you. So that's an exclamatory statement. One exclamation came at the end. So it is not your mathematical statement. Or what are your plans after grade 12th? It's a question. Interrogative statement. So it cannot be a mathematical statement. Okay. We can also go with this. Please give me the charger. Request. Imperative sentence. This is also not a mathematical statement. So mathematical statement होने के लिए हमें एक general statement, declarative statement चाहिए. Okay. It can be assertive, it can be negative, but a declarative normal sentence. अब एक और category once we come across here is open sentence. Okay. Here certain sentences are such जिनकी truth value बहुत specific है. Like किसी condition के साथ तो वो true है और किसी condition के साथ वो false है. Let's take the example like x plus 2 is equal to 5. अब मैं किसी basic layman किसी से भी पूछूंगी कि what should be the value of x over here. Okay, everybody will give the answer x is equal to 3. So for x is equal to 3, तो वो value आपकी statement हो रही है, true statement. But for any other value of x, वहाँ पे statement क्या हो जा रहा है? False. So ये sentences जो आपके आते हैं, they are known as open sentences. And open sentences can never be mathematical statement. Because अभी शुरू में ही मैंने बोला mathematics exact science है, तो जहाँ पे भी थोड़ी ambiguity होगी, वो हम लोग mathematics में नहीं लेंगे. Okay, it has to be a proper statement. Now, since I'm basically right now going for the HSC thing, I'm taking the example from your textbook only to help you understand. Like minus root 9 is a rational number. Okay, so whether it's a statement, so it is a statement, and as we know it's not a rational number, so the truth value is false. Second, we have can you speak in French? Now we are asking something. Interrogative sentence हो गया, तो ये आपका statement नहीं होगा. This cannot be your mathematical statement, logical statement. Tokyo is in Gujarat. Statement is there, but it's a false statement. So truth value is F. Fantastic. Let's go. Exclamatory statement. No. Please open the door quickly. Imperative. There's a request over here. So no. Square of an even number is even. It is a proper statement. So it is a statement and truth value is 3. X plus 5 is less than 14. Now this condition only works if we have the value of x ranging less than 7. But the problem is this, ये एक fixed condition आ गई है. That's why we won't consider it as statement. Okay, ये हमारा स्टेटमेंट नहीं होगा मैथमेटिकल, बिकॉज इवन इफ इट्स अ सेंटेंस इट इज एन ओपन सेंटेंस. 5 is a perfect square. It is a statement, false, truth value. West Bengal is the capital of Calcutta. Okay, you might feel logically तो कोई सेंस ही नहीं बना रहा है, ये क्या बोला है? तो डेफिनेटली ये हमने एक फॉल्स स्टेटमेंट बोला है. तो स्टेटमेंट इज देयर बट ट्रूथ वैल्यू फॉल्स. I square is equal to -1. It is a mathematical identity. I सबको याद है, 11th ग्रेड में किया था. Okay, irrational number में root of -1, imaginary number iota is I, and I square is -1. So we are getting a proper statement over here, which is I square is equal to -1. जितने भी आपके mathematical identities होते हैं, ये सारे आपके statements होते हैं, and they all are true statements. Okay, so I hope अभी clear हो गया होगा कि exactly statement क्या होता है in mathematical logic. Now this is just the first step. Now we are moving to the next step. जब हम एक statement से ज़्यादा चीज़ों को join करेंगे, and then those sentences or those statements are known as compound statements. Okay. Now in case of compound statement, when we are combining two or more simple statements, जब combine कर रहे हैं, we need certain connectives. कुछ भी आप जोड़ रहे हो, कुछ भी आप attach कर रहे हो. Okay, even if your people are making Legos. Okay, I know अब एज ज़्यादा हो गई है, अभी बहुत सारे बच्चे Legos नहीं यूज़ करते हैं, बट स्टिल अगर आप कर रहे हो तो आपको कोई ना कोई कनेक्टिव चाहिए. आप अपने प्रोजेक्ट्स बना रहे हो, आपको कुछ स्टिक करना है, यू नीड समथिंग टू डू. कोई ग्लू चाहिए, फेविकोल चाहिए, समथिंग इज रिक्वायर्ड. सो यहाँ पे भी कंपाउंड स्टेटमेंट में व्हेन वी आर जॉइनिंग थिंग्स we require some connective. Okay, और ये connectives हमारे पास जो होते हैं वो fixed connectives हैं in particular format. First is and क्योंकि ये logical statements का part है, इन connectives को भी what do we call? Logical connectives. पहला logical connective हमारे पास है and. Okay, और and को we denote with a symbol, एक हट की तरह, cap. Okay, this and is actually conjunction. So two statements, if we are joining with and conjunction, we can say as Maharashtra is a very big state and New Delhi is capital of India. दो अलग अलग statements हैं, but we can join them together. Now, when we are now talking about the statements in such manner, when we join them, हम statement को लिखेंगे कैसे? There is a way to write or express statement. So, because mathematically we have to express, to write any statement, we use small alphabet. Okay, it can be P, can be Q, R, M. Okay, any small letter is used to get the statement. Now P can be 2 is a prime number. This is your first statement. Q can be I square is equal to -1. दोनों स्टेटमेंट की ट्रूथ वैल्यू हमें पता है. 2 is a prime number is correct, true है उसकी truth value. I square is equal to -1 is also having the truth value of true. Then we can have sum of two odd numbers is odd. Okay, easily check कर सकते हो आप बेटा. 3 and 5, add them. 3 plus 5 is 8, which is even. So when we add any two odd numbers, answer will always be even. So इसकी truth value हमें क्या मिल रही है? False. Sum of two even number is odd. Already दोनों even numbers हैं, तो sum will always be even. So here there are 4 statements which we are writing, P, Q, R and M. Now, if we are combining two of the statements, say P and Q, इसका statement आएगा 2 is a prime number and I square is equal to -1. Simply the word and will come. If I am going with R and M, so sum of two odd numbers is odd and sum of two even numbers is odd. Okay, just take word and will be used. For your practice, daily practice में जब आप questions कर रहे हो तो even words like but can be used over here. Even words like those sort of thing can be used over here. So most frequently used words will be and but. I hope till now it's very clear to you people. So this is your first conjunction, which is and. Now we are moving to the next one. Logically, जब हमारे पास and है तो definitely or होगा. Okay? So second connective which we are having is or, denoted with opposite sign. एक small v की तरह we are going to write this. Okay? Now this small v is actually disjunction, which we are going to use over here. Now in this case, if we are writing a statement P or Q, then if we take the previous example only, तो इसका आंसर आपको मिलेगा as 2 is an even number or I square is equal to -1. So just joining the sentences with a statement conjunction, that is or. Okay? थोड़े और examples अभी I'll take you to. Now the third one is not. Simple statement है not, which is negation. The name for that. अभी जो बाकी दोनों के नाम थे, and को हम बोलते हैं conjunction, or is disjunction, not is now negation. किसी भी statement का जब हम opposite बोलेंगे ना, using a no, or if no is there, we are just getting into the positive sentence, then that becomes your not or negation. Denote करने के लिए जो हम statement और जो symbol use करेंगे, that is this. Okay? पहले 10th तक definitely mathematics किए ये symbol use होता था similarity के लिए. So the same symbol we are going to use over here for not. Okay? If your statement P is 2 is a prime number, so negation of P will become 2 is not a prime number. Okay? Clear with this particular concept? The third one, which is not. Okay? Now we're moving to the fourth value or the fourth connective. The fourth connective is if then. It's a conditional connective. If you study hard, then you'll get a better result. सभी बोलते हैं, घर पे भी सुना होगा. Okay? Similar way में we get this thing. If you're doing something, there is a prerequisite. If you're doing it, then the result or then the consequence will happen. So this is your if then, which is conditional or implication. To denote this if then, we use the implication sign equal to arrow or simple arrow. So first statement will be given as the thing as P. So if you work hard, then P is your you work hard. And then the result will be good. So Q will be your the result will be good or the result is good. So this is conditional, which we are going to go with the fourth connective over here. Now we have just one last one, if and only if. For if and only if connective, it is a biconditional क्योंकि दोनों साइड से connection चाहिए. Or we also call it as double implication. Denoted with either if and only if, और एक और statement हम यहाँ use करते हैं I double F. I double F can also be used to denote your double implication. So when P double implication Q is there, it means that both the sentences need to be counterproductive to each other. Okay, if it rains, then I will not go to office. Okay, or if it rains, then I'll not go to school or college. Here, that was a simple statement. Now, when we talk about double implication, if and only if it rains, then I will not go to college. So here the statement goes, first P is if it rains, Q is then I will not go to college. So both the conditions will be there. Now, 5 connectives clear ho gaye sabko? Okay. Again a quick revision, and which is conjunction denoted with a cap or denoted with V, just opposite of the cap, disjunction, not negation, the similarity sign. If then is one arrow, single directional arrow, and if and only if is biconditional, double implication, double-sided arrow. Now let's have just some examples over here. Write the following statement in the symbolic form. Angle is a right angle and its measure is 90 degree. How do we write it? P, pehla statement, an angle is right angle. Q, and आपका connective है, तो and will not be taken in writing the statement. Q will be the next part, which is its measure is 90 degree. अब जब आप इन्हें join कर रहे हो, since we have joined with the connective and, it will come as P and Q as the symbolic form. Okay. Now let P, यहाँ पे Jupiter is a planet and Mars is a star. Jupiter is a planet, आपका first P है, Mars is a star is Q, and we write it as P and Q. Similarly, we can go with the statements with or, we can go with the statements with if then, okay, and complete the series. So if it's disjunction, like New York is in US, 6 is greater than 8. So P is New York is in US, 6 is greater than 8, and therefore we are using or over here as the statement. But again, you might say कि जो statements मैं बोल रही हूँ सारे के सारे sense नहीं बना रहे हैं. Let's take the basic example only. Jupiter is a planet is clear, but Mars is a star is not true. इसकी truth value क्या हो गई आपकी? False. तो यहाँ पे जो आपकी truth value of conjunctions आती है या truth value of disjunctions आती है, that we can calculate by a table known as truth table. Okay. So now we are making the truth table for conjunctions. So if we have the first value P, Q. If P is true, Q is true. So P and Q will be, both of them are true, and means दोनों conditions satisfy हो. So it is true. If P is true, Q is false. एक condition satisfy नहीं हो रही है, this will become false. If this is false, this is true, now this will again become false, and if both are false, so automatically this is false. Keep this in mind. Logically भी सोचते रहना है. It's not necessary कि आपको ये मग अप ही हो जाए, but you can just see true तभी होगा statement and के साथ if both the statements are completely true or they have the truth value of true. So this is your conjunction or and. Similar manner will come across disjunction or. So if P is true, Q is true. Since any one of them is true is the statement which is making sense over here, so answer will be true. True, false, answer will be true. false, true, answer will be true. Both false, answer will be false. Okay, it's just opposite to the previous one. पिछले वाले में आपके 3 trues, 3 false आ रहे थे and 1 true, and here there are 3 trues and 1 false. Reason behind this, because in case of disjunction, even if one of the statement is correct, it's acceptable. We take the whole statement as correct because it is or. Okay, like let's see one example. Write the truth value of each of the following statement. Patna is the capital of Bihar and 5i is an imaginary number. Now we all know that Patna is the capital of Bihar, so it's having the truth value t. Second, 5i is an imaginary number, which is again true. 5i is an imaginary number. Now both the statements are true, therefore our conjunction value will come as true and true, which is true. Fine. Similarly, let's take another example here. 3 is greater than 2 and 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. Both the statements are true. Your disjunction also will be true. The truth value of the statement will be true now. Like 4 or 5 students did not attend the lecture. Okay. अब question क्या था आपका? 4 or 5. Okay. In general, when you see it, you will be feeling, oh, where's the connective? But the connective is there in the first statement only. First statement P आएगा आपका. Okay. So 4 or 5 sentence did not attend. But because this connective word is not actually making 2 different sentences, there is an approximation of 4 or 5. This particular statement will be a simple statement. It's not a compound statement. I hope everything is clear right now, how we are going to go with the things. Okay. Then we come across negation. Okay. As I just said, negation, negative word comes from negative. Okay. So negation will give you any statement or the negative of any statement. Like if जो हमारा favorite statement है P, 2 is an even number or 2 is a prime number. So negation of P will be 2 is not a prime number. Simply add a not over there. Simply put a word which is making it a negative statement. So that is negation. Now let's see how are we going to write this thing. So if P is given as a statement, P is 4 is greater than 2. So negation of P will be 4 is not greater than 2. Please don't write 4 is less than 2 because equal to का भी केस है यहाँ पे. So statement को negative करना है आपको rather than the logical thing is that make complete thing as negative using a negative word there. Okay. The next part is now for the conditional statements. Okay. Conditional statements में as I just said आपको दोनों चीजें यूज करनी पड़ती हैं कि first condition हो रही है, then we are going to the next one. Like there is rain, the match will be cancelled. There are 2 sentences P and Q. How will we go ahead? P to Q. We always call this as P to Q. That arrow is P to Q. Then if there is rain, then the match will be cancelled. This has got this if then combination. First condition has to be fulfilled to come to the second word. So this statement becomes your complete conditional statement. Now let's understand the truth table for the conditional statement. P and Q. P is T, Q is also T. If both the values are coming as T, then P to Q will automatically become T. उसमें आपको सोचना ही नहीं है कि if definitely there is rain, then the match will be cancelled. There is no other thinking over here. But if P is true and Q is false, like if there is rain, but actually the match got cancelled, no, the match basically goes on in the rain also, then आपका statement false हो जाएगा. Then it will attain the truth value of being false. So first true, second true, answer is true. First true, second false, answer will be false. First false, second true. Since the condition only is false, answer will be true. This is a slightly complicated area. Kids do ask if the condition is false, then how can we say that it's true? Because if the basic condition is false, then it doesn't matter whether the match happens or doesn't happen. So in that case, if first is false, whether it is true or false, your final truth value will become true only. And last case over here is the double implication. So for double implication, say milk is white, the sky is blue. Now, milk is white if and only if the sky is blue. When the word if and only if comes, it means you can interpret in both the ways. Okay, the sky is blue if and only if the milk is white. It will make the same sense. And here when we come across the truth table, if first one is true, second one is true, then your final value has to be true because both of them were true. And in any other case, यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? First true, second false, false. First false, second true, false. Because both sides we have to work. But if both of them are false, then the condition is not applying both ways and the final answer will be true. So this is about the truth tables. This is about the way we are going to go ahead with first part of the chapter, that is mathematical logic, where we have learnt about statements, mathematical statements, how do we denote it with small letters, and then how do we use connectives in those statements and the truth values of individual statements as well as the compound statements. So first part is done. We'll come again with the next part of the same chapter, mathematical logic, where we are going to learn about the bigger truth values, certain other kinds of sentence formations. Okay, so keep watching, wait for the next video. Bye bye.